Hey listeners, what's up? Jeff Zimper. Welcome to this episode of Mortgage Marketing Radio. How are you doing? As always, I'm checking in on you to make sure you are okay. Family, you healthy, both physically, emotionally, spiritually. During times like these, right? We're all learning how to pivot, innovate, and adapt. And I hope you are, we have good days and bad days, right? And I think we, in this situation, try and make the best of it all and have better days. And, it's funny is I was having a conversation with my kids a couple of weeks ago, and it just dawned on me really, wanted to take a moment to pause because I'm seeing, obviously, on social, a lot of people posting some fun things and everything like that, in times of doing with their family, walking, hiking, whatever, game night. And I hope, that we are making sure that we, yes, use this time to prepare for what comes next, right? It's all about innovation and adaptation. But secondly, is that I want to make sure that at least, I've found benefit in this for me, and I'm passing it on to you, that let's make sure that we look back on this situation, the COVID-19 crisis, with some positive memories, right? And what I mean by that is I had a conversation with my kids that said, you know what, guys, here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that when we look back on this a year, 2, 3, 5 years from now, right, that we have more positive memories than, right, less positive memories. Because it's, what you focus on becomes your reality. So we could focus on the fact that our freedoms are gone, that we're quarantined, that we can't live our normal lives, right? And granted, that's not fun. Nobody likes that for any duration. And the flip side is, you may have heard me say before, it's life is 90% what, 10% what happens and 90% how you respond. So as I told my kids, it's like, I want to have good memories. And so we got really intentional with scheduling fun things to do, whether that's playing out in the backyard, taking 30 minutes and throwing the baseball around, which we haven't done for a long time, right? Jumping on the trampoline, playing tag, playing family game night, right? Making homemade pizzas. Yes, watching some movies, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. And I know many of you are doing that, but I just want to encourage you to make sure that we don't spend all of our time being consumed with, hey man, how can I build my business or double down and the whole hustle culture and all that kind of stuff, because it's the memories that matter. And life is nothing but a series of moments and memories, right? And make sure that you're creating those moments and memories that will last and that will be looked upon fondly. And how remember quarantine, man? Remember how that sucked? Yeah, but remember the good times we had? Remember how we came together as a family like we never had before? So here's what you and I both know. Once we get through this, right, things are going to return to, quote, normal, a new normal, whatever that version is, right? We don't yet know. However, here's what I do know is that we're all going to get busy again, right? Life will fill the void with whatever we allow it to. And maybe this would be a good practice and habit for us to carry forward. Maybe you are actually working out where prior to this you didn't, because you're now forced to be at home and you've got no excuses, right? You can do burpees and push-ups and air squats. You don't need a gym. Walking outside is not illegal, last time I checked, right? And so I know that we're going to get busy, right? And I want to just maybe encourage you to make time for what's really important. And if you can continue and carry that forward, your life will be that much richer and more full of substance, right? Of substance instead of substitute. So my little personal message to you here today. All right, now let me switch over to a couple of little talking points around training and things like that, or concepts on coaching, on how we're dealing with this right now. So I'm working with a handful of loan officers right now. You may have heard in the past, Wayne Gretzky, right, the great hockey great, talks about one of the reasons that allowed him to be so successful is because he didn't go where the puck is, he went where the puck was going to go. Like, where's it heading, right? And so maybe you start asking yourself, where's it going, right? Where's this whole situation going? The real estate market, the housing market, right? You and your mortgage career. Where's it going to be 90 days from now, 6 months from now? And now is the time for you to get with CPAs, financial planners, and divorce attorneys. we're going to be having another podcast episode with my old friends from Divorce This House, which I did a podcast episode with them, I think 2 years ago. And I just talked to somebody in our community here, the podcast community, who is getting great traction and solid quality referrals with no selling, no price negotiation, right, from the divorce attorneys that he's been working with for the past several months. And so if you've ever had a time where now it's appropriate to call a CPA or financial planner, right, and introduce yourself and just say, hi, my name's Jeff Zimfer. I'm with ABC Mortgage. You know, we both work in the Orange County market. And I know you're probably dealing with some clients right now who have a lot of questions and uncertainty around mortgage financing in the housing market. And I just wanted to make myself available. I'm offering a free mortgage analysis, a complimentary review of current situation to help people make informed decisions. And if you've got any clients that you think might be a right fit for that, I'm happy to make my services available over a Zoom meeting, of course. Right? I mean, what if you just identified 10 or 20 CPAs, financial planners you could call up and do that? And stay tuned for some more training and education on the divorce attorneys. And if you want to go back to that podcast episode, I will link to it in the show notes. Divorce This House. Okay. The other thing I want to present to you is, what do we do during the dip, right? And a dip is, if you think about a stock market, right, where you follow the stock market, it could be like a roller coaster ride in some examples, right? It goes up and up and then goes down and then goes back up again. Well, let's face it, right? We're probably entering a dip in terms of activity. I saw a stat the other day that said new listings coming on in the Seattle market dropped by 50%. And each market, I think, across the country markets are local, right? So not every market's going to respond the same. Seattle was a very hot, arguably overheated market, which now is obviously suffering the impact of the result of the coronavirus, right? People are in pause. They're not listing, and unless they absolutely have to. However, the market is still happening. So one of the things I want you to do is get with a realtor. I said this before, get with a realtor and pull, right, the latest housing stats, how many new listings came on the market, how many pendings and solds, look at the data, see what it's trending in your area, right? But invest in the dip, right? This is what the smartest investors do, right? The Warren Buffetts of the world. And the dip right now is in relationships with your real estate agents, and being there as a source, as I said, of confidence for them, a source of context. Now is your call to arms to become more educated and be able to speak to what's happening with the servicing issue and forbearance and the mortgage markets, and how this economic situation compares to others and why it's not the same as others, right? And to level up with data and information to instill confidence in people. But invest in the dip, invest in your real estate agents, right? Where's the puck going? We know, right? If you follow the same people I do, Goldman Sachs and all these people, that, right, the typical busy spring market will be back. It's just being postponed. And it's likely going to come back in summer or early fall, assuming we get through the coronavirus thing in a timely manner, which, things are looking more positive, arguably every day on that after these things peak out, right? So how are you investing in the dip right now? How are you being of service with your real estate agents? How are you showing up? And I'd like to make a special offer for you here today. Just my podcast listeners. I don't often get on the podcast and make, offers, but today I want to do it. And the reason being is that if you've listened to me for any time, one of my pillars or platforms that helped me be a successful originator and close, right, lots of purchase business referred to me, and how a lot of our other members in our community do, and other top producers, right, is they have an educational platform that teaches classes to real estate agents, various educational classes on a variety of different topics. And we have a total platform for that. But I wanted to, I'm thinking about what can I do to not only help you get some wins, help you invest in the dip with your real estate agents right now, just make it a complete no-brainer for you. So what I've put together for you is a very special limited time offer to help you invest in the dip right now and add value to your real estate agent partners, show up and be of service to them. Okay, so let me just give it to you straight up. It's called Coronavirus, a Guide for Realtors. What it is a virtual online class that you deliver via Zoom. Now's the time to help your agents pivot their business, show up, and prepare for after coronavirus. So, right, there's people that fall into one of three categories. Either they're innovating and adapting, right? They're on the fence and not sure what to do and what direction to go, or they're in complete shutdown mode and are frozen and paralyzed with fear and panic. Okay. And we're going to talk about that in this class with real estate agents. We're going to show them, right, how to show up, social posting ideas, scripting to be able to, elegantly speak with prospects and leads and sphere of influence, right? How to give virtual home tours, show them examples of what agents are doing today in the market, right? And bottom line, just give them the confidence and context of what's happening and to help them understand that this is not permanent, right? And that we will get through this, and here's some tools to equip you and some strategies and mindset to equip you to move through this and prepare to come out of this stronger than you ever were before. That's the purpose of hosting this class. And that's my invitation to you, is to join us, right? And offer this class to your agents over Zoom in your local market or wherever you reach agents and work with them. So here's what you get with this class, right? You get a complete done for you PowerPoint, all the slides done for you that I've done and have perfected after doing this class multiple times now, right? I've got it wired. Secondly, you get to look over my shoulder as I deliver a class online using Zoom. So you can see exactly how I deliver this class to a room full of agents virtually online with Zoom, right? You also get tutorials, right, on how to set up Zoom, how to set up a meeting, how to capture reservations, how to use Facebook events to promote and socialize your event. You get a custom event image for promoting and putting your event on Facebook. You get the class transcript, speaker notes, and you get invited to our private Facebook group, which is normally just for pro members. We're making a special exception available for this situation here because we want you to get a sense of what a great community is, number one, but number two is the impact personally when you have on people when you actually pour into them and educate them and give them something that they can take and grow from and get confidence from and have a sense of certainty and direction, right? A certainty about their future. When you can pour into people like that, you create relationships and connections that last a lifetime and will pay off for you as we get through this and the market picks back up. So you get invited to our private Facebook group, which has weekly group coaching calls. You're also going to get a call with me. Basically, this is a complete no-brainer turnkey package that I wanted to make available for you guys. And if you want to learn more about it, okay, here is the URL. I'll put it in the show notes as well, but it's coronavirusclass.live. coronavirusclass.live. I want you to go check that out. There's a little video of me on there, plus a demo video that shows you actually what you get with the class. So you can see everything that's involved in there and what an absolute no-brainer decision this is for you to participate and learn how to do Zoom. Right? Learn the skills of virtual meetings and virtual conversations, whether it's with agents or other people. But bottom line, I think if anything, this has proven to you that if there ever was a time to level up and learn the modern mortgage marketing skills of communication using today's modern tools like video, like virtual meetings, now is the time. If not now, when? And if you're not doing it, guess who is? Your competition. So join us. Let me help you, right? Let me show you how you can easily succeed, right? By hosting this class for real estate agents, Coronavirus, a Guide for Realtors, right? Everything you get, I've already talked about here. If you want to learn more, simply go over to coronavirusclass.live to get more information. And by the way, this is only for the next 30 days. That's it, right? Because that's our window of opportunity to really pour into agents as this thing continues to evolve and be fluid, right? Every single day. Now's our time to jump on this and use it as a way to be of service and help agents understand how they can show up in today's climate. All right. So that's that. That's all I wanted to leave you with here today. I know, nice, short and sweet, but I'm going to be coming back with more relevant content going live every single week on the Facebook page. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. And with that said, I appreciate you very much. I look forward to connecting with you and seeing you in this group on the Coronavirus class. Look in the show notes if you need it. Coronavirusclass.live. Appreciate you. See you on the next one. Bye for now.